The evening air was thick with the aroma of grilled meats and faint perfume, the quiet hum of clinking silverware and murmured conversations filling the upscale restaurant. But at a secluded booth near the window, everything felt still. Jungkook sat alone, shoulders tense, staring into the untouched glass of iced Americano in front of him. The condensation dripped slowly down the glass, but he didn't move. His fingers tapped a restless rhythm on the table, anxious, annoyed, angry. It had been a week of being ignored. Every time he called, the ringtone echoed until it went dead. No replies, no explanation, just silence, and he hated it. He hated not knowing why you were pulling away, hated the worry that clawed at his chest even more than the frustration that burned in his veins. Then suddenly a hand gripped his shoulder gently. He jerked slightly, startled, yanked out of his spiraling thoughts. Hey, relax, it's just me. Jungkook turned, his eyes still stormy, his expression didn't soften. Now what? Ouch, someone is in a bad mood today. Jungkook scoffed and leaned back, crossing his arms, his lips curled with sarcasm. You came all this way just to bark useless gossip again. Maybe, but this time my bargain is about wine. The moment your name fell from Jimin's lips, Jungkook's entire demeanor shifted. His spine straightened and his glare faltered just enough to show a spark of alarm. What about her? Something happened today after class ended. I realized I left my literature book behind, so I ran back to the classroom. The lights were still on, and when he walked in, he paused, his expression growing serious. She was there, alone, standing near the back. I don't think she noticed me, but she was coughing like really badly. Jungkook's jaw tightened. She reached into her pocket, pulled out a tissue, and covered her mouth. I was about to ask if she was okay, but then I saw it. Saw what? He asked sharply. There was on the tissue, Jungkook, not a lot, but enough. She shoved it back in her pocket like nothing happened and walked out. I don't think she realized I was even there. A heavy silence settled over them. Jungkook's throat tightened, his mind replaying every cold glance, every time you turned away, every call that rang into nothing. Maybe you were not just pushing him away emotionally. Maybe something was seriously wrong. I need to find out what's going on. The next day, campus grounds, it was a bright afternoon. Students filled the campus courtyard, chatting, laughing, heading to and from their classes. You walked with Sophia, your best friend, books tucked under your arm, trying to distract yourself with small talk, but it was hard. Your chest still felt tight. Every time you spotted Jungkook from the corner of your eye, you looked away. You had to be distant, you had your reasons, it was for the best. At least that's what you kept telling yourself. Just as you and Sophia approached the cafeteria doors, a familiar voice called out sharply. Sophia, she turned around, eyebrows raised in surprise. You froze, the breath catching in your throat. Slowly, you glanced over your shoulder. He wasn't looking at you, he was looking only at Sophia. I need your help with something. Can we talk? Just for a moment. Your chest twisted painfully. He had not even acknowledged you. A week ago, he would have looked through people just to find your eyes. Now, nothing. Wasn't this what you wanted? To push him away before he found out? And why did it hurt so much? Wine, you go ahead. I will catch up after I talk to him, alright? You nodded silently, barely meeting Jungkook's gaze. The jealousy bubbled up without warning, not because he was talking to Sophia, but because you were not even a part of the conversation anymore. With a firm breath, you turned and walked away toward the cafeteria. Behind you, Sophia moved closer to Jungkook, and Jungkook watched your retreating figure, his fists clenched at his sides. He had to know what was going on, even if it broke him. The campus courtyard buzzed with life, but for Jungkook, the world had narrowed to one person standing in front of him. Sophia, her posture was stiff, her eyes avoiding his, and that alone told him she was hiding something. He wasn't in the mood for games. Why is Wine ignoring me? Sophia swallowed hard. She looked to the side, clutching the strap of her bag tighter. I told you maybe she just needs space. People drift sometimes. Don't play smart with me. He flinched slightly at his tone. You think I don't know something is wrong, and if you don't tell me right now, I'll make sure you don't pass your annual exams. Sophia's breath catch in her throat. You are bluffing. Am I? My father is the principal. Sophia, you know what I am capable of, so don't test me. The threat hung in the air like a knife. Sophia's resolve crumbled, her face paled as she realized he wasn't just angry, he was desperate. You are cruel. No, I'm in love, and she's driving herself away from me without a reason. So tell me the truth. Silence stretched between them, then finally, Sophie exhaled shakily, her eyes glossy. She's sick, Jungkook. He froze. What? She has a disease. It's called idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. It's rare, especially at her age, but it's real. Her lungs are slowly scaring from the inside. She's already at stage 2. Chunbuk's lips parted in disbelief. His heart dropped. Pulmonary fibrosis, Sophia nodded slowly. It causes chronic cough, shortness of breath, weakness. Sometimes blood comes out during coughing. That's what I saw yesterday. I didn't mean to, but I walked into class and she didn't even notice me. She was covering her mouth, holding a tissue. He ran his hand through his hair, eyes wide, trying to process. Why didn't she tell me? Because she didn't want your sympathy. She said, she hesitated, voice cracking. She said she couldn't bear it if you stayed just because you pitied her. Is that what she thinks of me? She thinks you are too good, Jungkook, that if you knew, you would force yourself to stay, even if it destroyed you. She's terrified of being your burden, of watching your love turn into guilt. His fists clenched, his chest felt tight like a thousand bricks pressing into him. She's not financially strong, you know that. She's here only because of her scholarship. The treatment, it's expensive, too expensive. She can't afford it. Jungkook's voice trembled, but it's curable, right? If catch early, yes, but her case is progressing fast. She needs antifibrotic medications, lung rehab, maybe even a transplant one day. That's millions, Jungkook. Tears well in Sophia's eyes as she looked at him. She decided she would rather push you away than let you suffer watching your fate. She cries all the time now. Last night, when you called her over and over, she held the phone, Jungkook. She wanted to answer, but she just sat there crying. Jungkook's face crumbled. Why didn't she trust me? Because she loves you too much to let you hurt. There was silence again, a long, heavy silence filled with everything unspoken. Then Sophia stepped back. So, can I go now? Jungkook didn't answer, he didn't even note. He just stood there, frozen, shattered, and staring at the place where you had walked away not long ago. But now he was done standing still. The sky had dimmed to a soft golden hue as Wine walked home from college, her steps slow and heavy. The street was quiet except for the rustle of leaves in the breeze and the distant hum of cars. Then Wine, which her heart skipped, she froze. She didn't need to turn. That voice, she knew it like the beat of her own heart. Jungkook, without replying, she started walking faster, eyes set straight ahead, willing her heart not to fall apart. But before she could take another step, his hand wrapped around her wrist, firm but trembling, and in the next second she felt his arms wrapped around her from behind, pulling her into his warmth. Please don't ignore me, whine, talk to me, yell at me, laugh with me, cry with me, do anything but not this. Not silence. I can't survive it. I swear I'll die without you. Tears welled in her eyes, blurring everything. She turned trembling and pushed him with all the strength her heart could gather. Let go of me, Jungkook. She tried to walk again, but this time he didn't let her. In one swift move, he scooped her up into his arms like she weighed nothing. Her eyes widened. Jungkook, put me down. No, and if you say one more thing, I'll kiss you right here in front of the whole world. She froze. Her cheeks turned crimson, and in panic, she looked down at her lap and buried her face into the crook of his neck. Her breath hitched when she felt his warmth, his scent familiar and safe. Chubuk gently placed her down on the living room couch, kneeling in front of her. She watched, stunned, as he reached for her shoes and began to undo the laces. What? What are you doing? Let me take care of you. He took off her shoes, his touch gentle, reverent. Then, without a word, he scooped her into his arms again and walked toward the bathroom. Go shower, I will wait. Still in shock, Wine obeyed. While she showered, Jungkook made his way downstairs. The kitchen filled with soft clinks and the scent of warm food. He moved like he belonged there. When Wine came down in fresh clothes, she froze at the sight. There he was, placing food on the table, apron slightly askew, his sleeves rolled up, her heart swelled, but pain followed close behind. She turned her face away quickly and wiped her tears before he could see, but he saw. He always saw. He smiled gently and walked over to pull the chair out for her. Come, let's eat. They sat, they ate. Words were few, but emotions were loud. Afterward, he washed the dishes, not telling her move a finger. Wine settled on the couch, staring blankly ahead, her emotions clashing. Jungkook walked out from the kitchen, drying his hands on a towel. He sat beside her. The silence grew heavier. He leaned closer. Wine. She didn't answer. Thank you for eating with me. But now, please talk to me. Thank you for lunch, but now you should go. Not until you tell me the truth. Without warning, he lifted her effortlessly again, this time onto his lap. She gasped softly, her hands pressing against his chest, but he just held her, gently but firmly, as if she would disappear if he let go. Please, why are you ignoring me? She looked away. I don't like you anymore. A blatant lie. One she couldn't even say with confidence. Her gaze stayed glued to her lap. Jungkook studied her. His heart ached at how she couldn't even meet his eyes. But your eyes, they don't say the same thing. Tears brimmed in her lashes again. Please, Jungkook, just go. But he didn't move. Instead, he raised his hand and cupped her cheek. Slowly, tenderly, he leaned in and pressed his forehead against hers, closing his eyes. Even if you push me away, I'm not leaving you. Wine, not now, not ever. And in that still moment, the walls around her heart began to crack. Wine stayed silent, her forehead still pressed against his. Her heart was racing, her hands fit getting in her lap, but she didn't pull away. Please, Wine, just tell me what's going on. Why are you doing this to me? At least give me a reason, something I can understand. She looked down, blinking rapidly, her lips quivering, but no words came. Not anger, not coldness. Just silence. But this silence hurt more than words. Jungkook let out a pained chuckle, pulling slightly back to look into her eyes. His gaze was intense, dark, stormy, and broken. So that's it? You really think I would walk away from you after finding out you're sick? Her body froze, eyes wide, her breath catch in her throat. What? Jungkook voice cracking a mix of pain and frustration. You think so low of me, Vine, that I would leave the girl I love just because she's not well? Do you think my love is that weak? Vine's lips parted in disbelief, her heart racing in panic, her voice trembled. How do you know? It doesn't matter how. What matters is you kept it from me. You cried alone, suffered alone, pushed me away thinking I would pity you. I don't pity you, Wine. I love you. I would die for you. No, please don't say that. She placed her trembling hand over his lips, trying to stop him. Don't say you will die. Please. Chunk grabbed her wrist gently, pulling her hand away from his lips. Then stop running. Let me be with you. Let me fight this with you. If we have to face fire, I will walk through it. But don't shut me out, Wine. I'm not just anyone, I'm yours. Wine's tears finally spilled down her cheeks, her body shaking with emotion. It's second stage pulmonary fibrosis. I cough blood sometimes. The treatment is possible, but it's so expensive, Chunku. I'm not even from a rich family. She looked away in shame. I didn't want you to look at me like I'm fragile, like I'm broken. In an instant, Chunku tilted her chin, forcing her to face him. You're not broken. You're brave, you're strong, and you're mine. She gasped slightly at the possessiveness in his tone, but I didn't want sympathy. This isn't sympathy, this is obsession, love, rage, all of it for you. He leaned closer and Wine's breath hissed. His voice was deeper now, full of longing and frustration. You pushed me away thinking you were protecting me, but all you did was rip me apart. Wine couldn't respond. Her throat felt like it had closed up with emotion, and then he closed the distance. His hand cupped her cheek, his thumb wiping her tears, and in one breathless second, as if trying to pull all her pain into himself. She melted into him, her hands gripping his shirt tightly, her heart beat like thunder in her chest. The world outside didn't matter. Only him, only now. When he finally pulled back, he rested his forehead against hers again, their breaths mixing. You're not alone, Wine. Never again. I'll fix this. I will fix you, even if I have to break myself. And she believed himself.